Welcome back to another ASMR video, and this one's going to be a bit different. I'm going to do soft spoken with kind of showing off my old school cartridge game collection. I don't have a lot. Many of them are Sega Genesis, because that is like the one old school cartridge console that I had personally. I got it for my 4th birthday. And I think my aunt got it and got me a lot of games, but I'll kind of explain the others. So this one is MLBPA Baseball for the Super Nintendo. I think this, as well as the other one, we'll just show it off now, PGA Tour Golf, were my dad's. And I just somehow got them now. I don't have the Super Nintendo, though. I don't know where that went, but those are the 2 Super Nintendo games I have that pretty positive were my dad's. I have, like, a faint memory when I was very young of playing this with him or watching him play. I think the golf specifically. But, yeah. Next up, we have Nintendo 64 games. First one here is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. I do have a Nintendo 64. It was a hand-me-down, I guess. I got it from my cousins. I remember playing on it a lot, and then it was in storage forever, and my aunt was like, yeah, no, you can just take it. So I don't have the cords, though, or the controller, so I need to get that before I'm able to play, but Rayman 2, The Great Escape, as well as, pardon my hand, Hardcore Revolution, ECW. I remember buying these, I think at a GameStop. I think I stopped in and saw them and got them. I don't think I've even really played them. I got them years ago. These two, especially this one, had a lot of stickers and price tags. Like, I think this one specifically had like 4 price tags on top of each other. But I had taken them off. I spent a lot of time cleaning my, when I was doing my PlayStation 4 fan, I cleaned off all my old cartridges, took rubbing alcohol, made sure they were nice, even my my Game Boy games and stuff like that. So, yeah, these two, don't remember if I've played. If I did, it wasn't much, but there you go. Big wrestling fan. Not so much modern wrestling. It's kind of shit for the most part, but it is what it is. Speaking of, next up, WWF Warzone. Now, I also have this for the PlayStation 1. I'm pretty sure this was my cousin's as well. I do have some memories playing this with them. But obviously I had it on the PlayStation, so I did play it myself. Don't remember much about it. I have one memory where I was playing with my cousin, and I can't say this on YouTube because it might not even get demonetized. It just might get taken down. There's a move where you would go up from behind the person and dig your nails in their back and scratch them. It was called a rake. I was so young that I just didn't pronounce rake. Okay, hear me out. I didn't pronounce rake. I pronounced something else. And I remember my friend or my cousin looking at me like, what did you just say? Because I think I remember the context was he was like in the corner, and I was like, don't worry, I'll rake him for you. But yeah, so that's a memory I have. Next up is, and if you can't figure out what word it was, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying it on YouTube. Next up, we have, well, I can't read that. Wile, I don't know, Country Club, another golf game. I don't remember playing this. It had to have been my cousin's, because I don't think my dad had a Nintendo 64. I know he loved golf, so he still enjoys it. He just doesn't play it. He's transitioned to disc golf now. But I don't think he had the N64, so this must have been my cousin's as well, which I don't remember much. And last but not least, for Nintendo 64 games that I own right now, I do plan on getting more. I know that there are other games they had. I just don't know where they're at, and they're not in my possession. Killer Instinct Gold. Now, I don't have many memories of this on the Nintendo 64, but I do have it for the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. So I do have some memories with that. I never loved this game. I didn't play it much on the Game Boy. It was one of the least that I played. I'm not the biggest fan of those types of fighting games. Or I think the one I loved the most was Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Loved that mainly because of the bowling minigame. Oh my gosh, sidetracked. Unknown, the final boss in that game that you could unlock and play as. I don't know what it was. I was fascinated by her. I was like hypnotized. She was this ghost girl type thing. Kind of like a gothic Samara from The Ring in a way. I don't know. But she had a little ghost companion wolf with her that would mimic her attacks. I loved her. I loved her music. Go look up Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Unknown theme song. Oh my, I could listen to that all day. Nothing to do with Killer Instinct though. So those are my cartridge games that I don't have much of. Next up is the one that I did own, like I said, for my 4th birthday. This, I don't know how well you can see it. We'll start with the only one that I have in its original casing, and that is Mickey's Ultimate Challenge. 5 magical puzzles full of family fun. This is the only complete game that I have on cartridges. I think my aunt got this for me as well. I honestly don't remember. But, yeah, if I open it up, let's see if I can do it very quietly. ASMR-like. There we go. It comes with the cartridge and the manual. So, having complete games like this for old cartridge games is pretty rare. I did look online, and it's in good condition. I could probably get maybe $50 for the right buyer. It's highballing a little, but yeah, I don't plan on selling. I was curious one day to see how much I could get for my collection. I tried to be fairly fair with it, but I don't know. Might have highballed some, but I also might have lowballed some, so. Let's see. Next up, one of my favorites. Next up is Sonic the Hedgehog, baby. So, this game I have so many memories with. I played this with my cousin a lot when she would babysit me as a kid, and every now and then, like when we talk, sometimes she'll bring it up, when we're playing Sonic, so I just have a lot of good memories with this game. One of my favorite Sega Genesis games, maybe my favorite, honestly. So, yeah, love me some Sonic, baby. Next up is Road Rash 2, another one of my favorites. I think I kind of have these organized from my favorite to least favorite. So, the longer we go, the less love I'll have for them. But Road Rash 2. I played this a lot, I think, with another cousin, maybe. I think I have some memories playing with him, but I liked this game because you could kick people off. You'd ride on your was it technically a motorcycle? I don't know what they'd be called, like a little not dirt bike. Oh my god. I guess it's a motorcycle, but it's like a speed bike, not like a Harley. And you could kick people off, and it was so fun to do that. But yeah, Road Rash 2. 1992 to 1991 is roughly when it was released, I guess. I was just reading the thing. After that, we have Vector Man. This one, I might actually put this above Road Rash, honestly, but love this game. It's very unique. I don't even know how to explain it. You play as Vector Man, and you kind of go through levels and just destroy enemies. It's just your typical, like, platform. No, I don't know what you'd call it, but I remember there'd be these monsters that would kind of hang on the ceiling, and I think they'd spin and like shoot stuff at you maybe, or you shoot up at them. I don't know. I'd have to, if I go play it or watch gameplays of it, it'll like all come back to me. But a very fun game. After that, we have another one of my favorites. Taz, An Escape from Mars. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Taz, An Escape from Mars. This one, I remember I had this old Sega Genesis controller that was huge. It like was basically an arcade type of controller. And I don't have it anymore, I don't think. I don't know whatever happened to that. Unless it's in storage somewhere. But I went through, I don't know. But yeah, this game, you start as Taz and, oh god, what's his name? I'm having a brain fart. The little green monster villain protagonist thing. Or antagonist. He captures you and puts you on Mars and you have to escape, hence the name. And there's other monsters that are captive there that you have to destroy and stuff. And you spin and break through walls that are cracked that you can break. You jump up to other things. It's just, I never got very far in it. I never got far in any of these games really, but that's why like the first couple levels, especially the first level, has such a warm spot in my heart because I replayed them so much. Taz and Vector Man. Sonic I played more and got through more, but I don't think I've ever beat any of these. I was just so young. Not even saying I could beat them now, truthfully, but yeah, Taz, loved that one as well. Next up, another favorite. Classic one, Paperboy. I think this is Paperboy 2, yes. Now, Paperboy's been out for a while. That's an old game, but this is the Sega Genesis version. The premise of this, you are a paperboy, and your job is to deliver papers. You throw them at the houses, and each like paper that you throw, you get points for. And if you hit the mailbox, you get extra points, because, you know, you got it in their mailbox. I think, and then I think if you got it on the front door, you got extra points too. I forget how that worked. And then if you hit them, like the people or the cars, I think you got either less points or a point deduction maybe. And there were obstacles that would get in your way as you were riding, like worms coming out of the drain and stuff like that, dogs that would come from the house to try to bite you. Just a very fun game. Definitely have a lot of memories with this one as well. Next up, I wouldn't call this a favorite, but I do have some memories with this. And we've got dirt on me, or dust. WrestleMania, Super WrestleMania. I have more memories like playing with this actual cartridge, I think, than I do the game. I don't know why. But yeah, again, I'm a big wrestling fan. Now, I was too young to watch this era of wrestling as it was coming out. I grew up, well, when I started as a baby, I've been watching wrestling literally since a baby, like baby. There's home videos of me watching WWF Raw and watching Stone Cold cut a promo on Gerald Briscoe in the ring, and I'm a baby sitting on the couch watching it with my cousin, I think. So I started watching, and the Attitude Era really have developed memories during the like very beginning of the Ruthless Aggression era. My most fond memories are the summer of '03, because I spent the summer there at my aunt and uncle's house with my mom, and that was the same cousin that I was watching with that I just explained, and we would get the pay-per-views, and we'd watch every Raw, and they'd be recorded. Is it no, what is it? I'd have to go see, but the pay-per-view from the summer of '03 recorded, and I used to watch that all the time. It was the one where they had the barroom brawl, the APA barroom brawl, where the Easter Bunny was there and shit like that. That is the type of match that I would hate so much watching now as an adult, and be that old man yelling at the sky, why are they ruining wrestling? But as a kid, I freaking loved it. And then Kane Unmasked that summer. A lot of people hate that. That shit shit scared me. It scared the daylights out of me as a kid. I was terrified of Kane. I had an awful nightmare because of that, and it affected me. So, but yeah, WrestleMania. Point was, I didn't grow up. I know the stories. I know Hulk Hogan. What do we got? Ted DiBiase, Macho Man. Hell, my Minecraft skin is Macho Man Randy Savage. So, Hulk Hogan, The Ultimate Warrior, Papa Shango. I know them. I've seen it all. In hindsight, I just didn't grow up with that era. So, after that, I think we're getting to like, this is one of my last of the favorites. Comics zone. This one is a bit more obscure and I think a little more expensive from what I remember. And it's kind of difficult. You start as this guy here and you're in a comic book and you go from one page to the next, kind of beating different bosses and monsters. And I think you can go down a page as well. It's almost like if you open up a comic book, you have each picture describing the story and you can hop from one picture to the next. Another game that I didn't get very far in, but I have some pretty fond memories of the beginning level. So, yeah, Comic Zone. And I can think of the theme song right now. It's very vague in my mind, but I can kind of picture it. Next up, a classic. Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Again, I didn't love these types of fighter games, but I still have memories. I still played it. My problem was I sucked at Mortal Kombat. No, I suck at Mortal Kombat, and I was just never good. I could not beat the computer on the easiest setting. I was not good. I'm not good. So yeah, I'm just not good at fighting games. Those types of 2D, not really 2D anymore, but you know what I mean. Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I did have a Street Fighter on PS2 that I played sometimes too, so I have memories with them. I was just never great. But Tekken Tag 2, that's the one. I think my favorite Mortal Kombat character was always Brain Fart. Oh my god, what is his name? Oh, I'm so mad at myself right now. The kung fu, the karate, whatever martial arts that did the flying kicks. Oh yeah. What the hell was his name? I'm gonna get castrated in the comments right now. Oh, Liu Kang. That's it. I think, right? It's Liu Kang. Okay, I think. But yeah, I liked him. I mean, Scorpion is alright. I think I like Sub-Zero more than Scorpion. Reptile, but yeah, Liu Kang, Raiden. I mean, they all have a little bit of a soft spot in a way. All the original, like from Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 at least. Except I was never a big fan of Kano or Johnny Cage, like the basic type of things. I was more into the ones with the power, other than Liu Kang, ironically. But the flying kicks were just something else. And he had a fireball, right? So that was a little bit different. Or Sonya Blade. Like, yeah, just the basic ones like that. Next is... I think this is a pretty difficult game, if I remember correctly. Jurassic Park Rampage Edition. Remember playing it? I never played it much, though, so I didn't get too far. But I can picture it right now, and I'm sure I do have some memories. And if I were to go watch gameplay of it, it would kind of come back to me. But yeah, didn't play this one a lot though, so I don't have much else to say. I wasn't the biggest fan of Jurassic Park. I think I've seen the original, but it's been so long. I might have seen the sequel too. Haven't seen any of the new ones, but yeah, like I said, my aunt got me all of these games for my 4th birthday, so pretty sure all of them. And I played them all. Like, I have memories with them all. It's just obviously games you get as a kid, some stick with you, others. I'm not gonna lie and sit there and say Sonic doesn't have more of a soft spot than Jurassic Park does. It is what it is. We are getting down to the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got Monopoly. Everyone knows this game. It's traditionally a board game. There's been many variations of it, including a video game version. I played it, but I think as a kid I didn't understand the controls and kind of how it worked, maybe, because I didn't play it much. I would try, and then for some reason I just never got that into it. I don't know. But I did play it. I don't know why. But I feel like I never played it much. Like, what I mean by that is I would start a game, and for some reason I feel like I didn't understand it, the controls or something. I don't know, but yeah, didn't play it a whole lot, but I love Monopoly. I mean, Monopoly's a classic. After that, I somehow have 2 copies of this game. Actually, do I have 3? No, okay. 2 copies of NFL. Is it NFL Football 94? It is. I can't tell you why I have 2 copies of this game, but I do. Again, I didn't play this much. I love football. I love football games. But I didn't play the old ones on Sega that much. I was too more concerned about Sonic and all that. I think, too, growing up at this age on my 4th birthday, in 5, 6, like that, I'm trying to think when I really started getting into football. I was probably 8-ish, somewhere around there. So, yeah. I mean, I've played them, I'm pretty sure. Just not a whole lot, and I can't even really picture what it looks like off the top of my head. I mean, it's 8-bit football. I mean, it's not going to look that different than what you think, but... And then last 2, same year, different... Oh, I almost knocked them all over. Same year, different game, Madden 94. This is the football game that most people know today. Still kicking John Madden. Pretty much just... Oh, it's 16-bit, not 8-bit. My bad. Yeah. Everyone knows Madden. It is what it is. And this is like the bigger cartridge. If you compare the size, I have another one that's like this size as well. I don't know why they're like that, but they are. So, again, not much to say about Madden 94. Don't have too many memories, if any, off the top of my head with it. And last, but technically least in my collection. Again, I don't even really remember playing this game, and I don't know why I never did. I know roughly what it is, and that is Shaq Fu, Shaquille O'Neal's game. I think it's one of those, like, platformer fighting game type things, where you just kind of progress through the level, and I think, I could be totally wrong, and I honestly don't know why I never played this that much. Maybe I tried and it didn't work? Is that it? I don't know, I almost want to boot it up and see. Or at least go watch gameplay videos on YouTube. I don't know, but yeah. Didn't play Shaq Fu that much at all. But that is the last game in my old school game cartridge collection. That is it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe for more content like this, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the continued support, and I'll see you in the next episode.